I am the Pumpkin King! I don't know, maybe it's because it's October now, but I'm like extra hyped than usual today. I'm like literally bouncing out of my chair because I'm Jack Skellington right now. Of course, for Halloween, I gotta do some side of skull, and the king of skulls, Jack Skellington himself, how could I refuse? If you love the Nightmare Before Christmas as much as I do, and you want to see other Halloween characters, comment down below what you want to see, and I will read it and might consider doing it. Guys, if you want to see more videos, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and smack the subscribe button and join the horsepower. Now, no more horsing around. Let's get right into the video, and let's get started. This little strand right here, I can't control it. It's like a beast that doesn't want to be controlled, cannot be tamed. I've tried. First thing I'm gonna do is all the hair, including this thing right here, is gotta go. I'm gonna be putting on my own special made wig cap. If you want to see how I do that, you can see my tutorial up here, but I'm just gonna skip ahead, and I'm also gonna be blocking out my eyebrows. If you want to see a tutorial on that, I'm basically just using a glue stick, but if you want to see how I do it, then I'll make a tutorial later, but in the meantime, I'm gonna skip ahead and I'll see you then. Next, I'll be sketching out all the basic features of the skull. Oh, I almost forgot. Almost forgot. So I'm going to be filling in the basic color of my skull now. I'm going to be mixing white and a little bit of this color, which they call felou from Mehron, to make kind of like a bone color. It makes like this color. So it's like an off-white. I'm going to be pretty much filling the whole thing in it. Now I'm going to be taking a tiny bit of brown paint, maybe even lighten it with some white, and then just kind of stipple it around the bone color just so it adds a little texture. And if your sketch kind of gets lost in the paint, that's okay. You can always go over it again, or if you're even confident enough, you don't even need to do a sketch, but I just laid a sketch out just so I have a plan of what I'm doing, and now that I have a plan, I don't need it anymore. Now I'll be taking some gray eyeshadow and just kind of start shading around on the whole skull. I'm going to be kind of going back and forth between shading. I'm going to be doing a lot of shading with gray, and I'm going to be doing a lot of shading with black, and then I'm going to do some outlines, and then kind of just build it up in between, going back and forth. You can also go ahead and fill in the teeth. I'm going to be using straight white, that way it's more brighter than everything else. A little angle brush like this, I'm going to go in with the gray again and make like the shading in between every tooth. If you shaded over your teeth a little too much, you can go back over it in white. Whenever you're satisfied with your teeth, you can now outline it in black. So I'm gonna fill parts of the darkest areas like the eye sockets, the jaws, and up here with a little bit of the jumbo pencil in black. As you can see, I'm starting to run out of it. And then I'm gonna fade it out with black eyeshadow. Now with black paint, I'm gonna finish kind of outlining the skull. That way it doesn't look like a head. Well, I guess a skull is a head, but doesn't look like a face because it's bone. You know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna use gray paint and just kind of make like an ombre effect up here. That way it doesn't look so white. Like a big random spot right here. Just tell everyone we did that on purpose. Shh. Now we're gonna do my favorite part of every makeup. We're gonna start doing highlights. I'm gonna use white paint and just kind of highlight different parts of the skull that I want to pop. Okay, so the camera doesn't know whether to focus on my face or the skull over there. My camera is very confused. All right, now I'm gonna start sketching everything down below. So my version of Jack, where he normally wears like a shirt under his striped jacket, there's gonna be no shirt, it's just gonna be bone. So I'm gonna use white and felou again to make that bone color and paint the bones. I'm not too worried about this part right here because that's where his back color is gonna be. In fact, I'm sure a lot of it is gonna be covered by the back color, but just in case it shows, it's good to paint it. So now with gray eyeshadow, I'm gonna start shading all the bones. As far as like how to shade it, I can't really tell you. I would just look at a reference photo of a skeleton or bones and just see like where the bones are in front of each other. Now I'll be darkening up the shading with black eyeshadow. Now you think I'm gonna say outline everything. No. Alright, so I'm gonna start outlining the back collar. With black paint, I'll be filling in the stripes and then leaving some room to make white stripes because it's easier to paint it when it's not black. Now we'll paint on the white stripes. So now I'm gonna paint on white stripes, and then I'm gonna paint black stripes for the jacket. With black eyeshadow, we are going to shade the whole jacket, like under where the whatchamacallit, the collar. Shade under the collar with black. I mean, obviously, you can't really shade black with black. Maybe you can, but mostly the white part, you want to make sure it's like under everything, and then like where the shoulder separates, shade that, and then everything that's under the collar, shade that. Guess what time it is? It's highlight time! I don't know what came over me. Maybe it's just the Nightmare Before Christmas vibes here. I'm doing, especially up here is important because this is all going to be black, so you don't want this beautiful masterpiece to disappear. I was gonna do like some touch-up shading before I do the outline. Probably just darken the shading in the bones and then shade under the collar now that the collar is there. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do, anything that's skin color, we're gonna paint it black. Now I'm gonna put my contacts on, and just out of habit I almost said put my wig on, but so yeah, I'm gonna put my contacts on and we're done.